Happy Wednesday, everybody. So we're going to try something a little bit different today. In the past, I have used a webcam a few times when I did my lives, and I thought I would give it a go with my videos, see if it was something people liked or if you'd rather just go back to my hands. So let me know. It's not permanent, but if it gets a good response, I'll keep doing it. So welcome to the Wednesday class to go using the brand new Heartfelt Hexagon bundle. It is so cute. It came out last Wednesday. So this is what it looks like. Apologies for the glare. Really cute. And we will be using this on World Card Making Day, which is in October. But the bundle's available now, so you can purchase it now. It is item number 162889, and I will also put that in the video itself, so if you need to reference it, it will be there. We are also going to be using brand new paper that came out last week, and this paper is called Delightful Floral. It is item number 162356, and you can get this now along with 4 other DSP packs that are brand new, but I thought it would be fun to use this week. So let's go ahead and look at our first card kit. So the first one that we are going to do is this bubble bath one here. And in your card kit, you will get your typical A2 base. This is Thick Whisper White. You will receive a panel of bubble bath, which will be stitched with the Stitched with Whimsy dies. Can't say emboss, can't say die cut, so I guess it's stitched. You'll be receiving a piece that looks like this of the brand new floral DSP. Here's the other side. This is Parakeet Party. You will be receiving a tag, which we are going to stamp on. Now this tag is cut from the Merriest Trees bundle. So this isn't part of the bundle you will be needing to make these cards. I will supply that for you. And then we have our ribbon, which is actually part of a ribbon combo pack that coordinates with the Zoo Crew suite. And it's called the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. And this is lemon lime, but it's close enough to Parakeet Party in the paper that it goes really well. So let me set the envelope aside. And I'm going to grab my bone folder here so we can fold the card and give it a nice burnish. And then we will go ahead and adhere our panel. And I am just going to use my Stampin' Seal today. But any adhesive you have on hand is fine. And then we can go ahead and attach our angled piece here. And in the detailed PDF tutorial that I supply with all of my class kits, there will be instructions on how to measure and cut this. So if you want to recreate these cards after you've already finished the ones that are pre-cut for you in your kit, you will be able to do so with any paper that you have. So there we have that. Now let's do our stamping. So I'm going to get out my foam mat here because it gives me a good surface for using photopolymer stamps. And we're going to need Peacock Party and Berry Burst. And I'm going to get this out of the way so I can put my stamp pad right here. And then I already have my stamps mounted. And I'm going to have to lean forward, so hopefully I'm not too in the way here. And then once that is stamped, we're going to take the little heart stamp that is in the set, and we're going to stamp that in Berry Burst. if we can get our stamp pad open. How cute is that? And I just love this color combo too. So cute. I love it. Okay, I am going to put these behind me because I am done with them and I don't want to stick anything in them. And then I decided I wanted to pop up this tag. You don't have to. So if you have dimensionals on hand, go ahead and grab those. Sorry, I'm trying to dig over here and find regular size dimensionals. And I keep finding minis. And I don't want minis because that would keep us here until next week. Just want to go ahead and put some of these on the back. Foam sheets would work great for this as well, especially when you have those larger spaces. Using the foam sheets cut down to size works wonders and saves time. And then we are simply going to adhere this down to our card front. And then for the bow, I just tied a bow. I did not thread it through the top here. And I adhered it with a glue dot. Now, I am not great at tying bows, and I know that I have said this before. So I do try to include in your kits an adequate amount of ribbon or thread or whatever is used on the cards in case it's something you struggle with too, so that you have plenty of product to work with. And then I will just go ahead and adhere that with a glue dot, and then I trim the ends. I need to find, I kind of went through and did this major purge reorganize on my craft room. And so I'm not used to reaching for some things still. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue dot right in there. Put my bow down. And then I'm going to grab my ribbon shears and give these a trim. And you can leave them whatever lengths you like. I like to keep mine a little bit larger. Not larger, longer. I just think they look kind of pretty. And then I need to grab my embellishments. And these are the embellishments I am going to be including as a free gift this week. So if you're not familiar with how my classes to go work, it's very simple. Each week I have a new class, and with a $35 order in my online store, I send you the card kits for free, and you get 2 of each design. So you'll be making a total of 6 cards. And when you spend $50, I include a free gift, which is usually embellishments. And this week it's going to be the embellishments that I've used on my card. And these are the pastel adhesive backed sequins. And I am going to use gold. And I'm going to use 5 of them. I prefer to use embellishments in odd numbers. And this is a nice large pack of embellishments. So you can really just embellish to your heart's content. And there we have our first card. So it's freezing on my end. And now we're super close to the camera. But what's funny is it's only freezing on my phone. It's not freezing on my webcam. So I don't know. Maybe this will not be something I can continue to do. Normally, I don't have an issue with internet connection. So I'm not sure. But I hope you like that. I think it's really cute. And I kind of wanted to give one last hurrah to summer colors since we are heading into fall. All right, I'm going to put those behind me. And then we will start on our next card and get a few things out of the way. So the next card we're going to make is the one that has the Parakeet Party base. And then you've got a couple pieces of designer series paper in here. So you've got the main panel, which is this gorgeous leaf pattern. And then we're using the back side, which is Pretty Peacock. And that is just what this smaller piece is. It's just the back piece of the larger panel. So let's get started here. Let's go ahead and fold and burnish our card base. And then we will do the inside. You'll receive a panel for the inside that is the wrong panel size. Let me trim this down really quick here. So it needs to be trimmed down to 5 1/4. I was cutting different sizes of panels, and this one was obviously not the one I meant to grab. Okay. Whoops. So we can go ahead and get that inside here. I'm just going to use some seal to adhere to that. And you'll just want to center it the best that you can. And then I've included another strip in here, which is sort of an ombre pool party. It comes from another pattern, another leaf pattern that's a little bit different. So we're going to adhere that down here at the bottom. I can hear my cats playing with one of their toys downstairs. So my husband bought them this little electric mouse that once turned on, it just goes all over the place. And we have one cat that is very active and likes to play a lot. Both of them, they're brothers. They're from the same litter and they're only 2. But one of them's more of a, yeah, watch the birds. And the other one is, I need to play with everything. Well, the mouse isn't turned on. So I can hear him down there smacking it around going, why aren't you working? Okay. So we'll do our adhesive on our larger panel that will go on the front. And then center that on your card base the best that you can. I know it's hard when the borders are slim. And then, oh, no, it looked like there was maybe something left in that envelope and I didn't want to forget something. And then the next thing that we're going to do, I have all this stuff in the way. I need to get some adhesive on this panel here. And that's gonna, well, actually, yes, that is what we're going to do. But what I forgot to do was put the ribbon on first. So before you stick it down, go ahead and put some adhesive sort of up towards the top here, because we're going to tie that. But it's usually easier to tie if your adhesive, or not if your adhesive, if your ribbon or whatever you're tying is adhered to something first. At least it is for me. So if you struggle, that might be something you want to try. And of course, the train is going by. Why not? And then I'm just going to go ahead and tie this. I'm going to turn my card upside down because I'm frozen on this end again. Okay, so I tie my bows upside down. And I mentioned this in a previous video. And the reason that I do this is because for some odd reason, that's probably not based on science, my tails tend to lay better if I tie my bows upside down. Okay, that'll work just fine. I just want to get my loops a little more even. And then I'm going to grab a glue dot. So I'll just do that there. And that's kind of going to help my bow lay a little bit better. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this little piece of paper. Now I'm hoping I can stamp on this and not go off the edge, because generally something this narrow I'm going to struggle with. So we want to grab this stamp, and this stamp kind of has a triple border. There's another stamp in the set that's just more of a single border. So I'm going to grab my pretty peacock. And with this stamp and the other one as well, they have these teeny tiny little dots. So you want to make sure that when you're putting this down, you are setting it on your paper, not pressing on it. Because if you press on it, it's going to take those little dots and it is going to smush them, and they are going to not be dots anymore. So I just let it sit and pick it up, and voila. Next, I'm going to take my berry burst to stamp the sentiment. Now for me, stamping the border is easier to do first and then to stamp the sentiment. I tried it the other way as well, and it's a little bit hard to see the border where it's stamping when you're stamping around the sentiment, if that makes sense. If not, let me know. All right, I no longer need this stamp, and I no longer need this stamp. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the punch. And you'll notice when we make these cards, when we make the next one, that there are sentiments that go both ways, which I really like. So this sentiment is going vertical. And on our next card, the sentiment will go horizontal, or landscape and portrait, whichever terms you prefer. So how cute is that? I just love this. And we're going to pop this up as well. I'm just going to leave my foam mat here because I'm going to need it again. Let's flip this over. You can see my glue dot does not want to behave very well. We might have to I'm going to do is try to pull my rib, make it go the opposite direction there. There we go. I think it wants to lay more that way than the way I was trying to force it. Although I still have a feeling it's going to do whatever it wants. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this down here. And then again, I'm going to embellish with the gold. I'm just trying to see if this is straight. I don't think that it is. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell when I'm sitting down. It's probably also hard to tell because I'm not wearing my readers. And I forget that I need that to see things close up. I'm not used to that yet. All right, so now we're going to put on more gold sequins, and just 3 this time. At least that's what I did on my card. Feel free to do as many as you like. Like I said, oh no, I lied. We're actually doing, are we doing 5? Well, we are doing 5. However, on my sample, it appears that one of the sequins fell off. So I thought we were doing 3, but we're doing 5. And like I said before, big enough package, plenty of sequins. Do 20 if you want. All right. So there we have this card. I really like the color palette on this one. All right, let's bring out our third card to complete, which is going to be the one with our lemon lolly base. And this one I have embossed with the Eucalyptus 3D embossing folder. I keep going from glitch to real time. I'm trying to show the embossing there. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna set that right here and I'll grab our kit. So for this kit, we have our basic white card base, and then a panel of lemon lolly that I have embossed for you. And then we will have our scrap, which we are going to stamp and punch from, and 2 pieces of DSP, again, using 1 piece, but both sides, and a piece of trim. So I'll go ahead and fold this and burnish it. It's funny, after all these years, I still sometimes catch myself saying whisper white. Ugh. All right. And then we will adhere our panel, our lemon lolly panel. And if you wanted, you could totally use the debossed side of this as well. I mean, it's very pretty too. And you'll want to adhere the panel with the eucalyptus to the right, because the DSP pieces are going to be covering up this side without embossing. This is one of our smaller folders that fits in the regular Stampin' Die Cut emboss machine as well as the mini. So it doesn't emboss an entire 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of paper. And that's why I just used it on one side, but you could flip directions. You could even do a whole piece of paper. You would just need to adjust the embossing folder and run it through again. All right, so let's put down our berry burst strip. Nope, we messed up again. All right. We messed up again, as if everybody's culpable for my mistakes. This needs to go under here. Okay. So I think I've got, this is why I use Seal and not Seal Plus, because I make a lot of mistakes, especially when it comes to ribbon, because I don't use a lot of ribbon. And so I'm trying to be better about that and include it on my projects more. But then I forget when it needs to be put down before everything else. Oh well, easily fixable, right? Okay, so we don't need to worry about that until we get our other stuff down. So now let's put down this panel. And this is just going to go over to the left here, sort of centered between the top and the bottom. And then we will use the floral pattern. And that is just going to go sort of halfway over onto the berry burst strip and then centered from top to bottom. And now we can tie our bow. So we're going to want the bow to sort of be, well, not that twisted, but sort of end up being tied right around here so we have room for the label. I'm trying to get my strings straight here, which is not always easy. So we've got that tied. We'll trim the ends in a minute. So let's go ahead and stamp our little label. So we're going to use the other border here. This one has the super small dots as well. We're going to stamp that in Pool Party. I almost said Pretty Pool. Make sure you get good coverage there. And again, don't push on your block. Just set it down and just let it sit there for a second. You could gently tap it if you're impatient and feel like you need to be doing something, but don't push because it smashes the little dots. So this is a very faint look because it's just in Pool Party and the dots are really small. It doesn't appear you can even see it on my screen. I'll bring it up and see if that helps anybody. I can see that it's frozen again. So yeah, it's not doing a very good job of showing it. I apologize. You will be able to see it fairly well in person. Move these out of the way. And then I'm going to grab my Berry Burst and we're going to stamp with Sincere Sympathy. I have a feeling I'm going to stick my arm in that. I keep looking up to make sure I'm in screen. That's another one of my struggles, is being in screen. It's why I like using my streaming software, because I can see what I'm doing. When I just use my phone and record via my phone, I tend to get off screen all the time and it drives me nuts. I feel bad because I'm thinking I'm showing something and I'm showing nothing. So I don't know what there probably is no perfect answer. I think, you know, one of the issues is the internet, even though I'm only down the hall from the modem. It's not like I live in a bunker. And when I use my streaming software, when I used to do lives, I didn't have any glitchy problems. So I don't know. Okay. And then we are going to pop up our little label as well. Now you could attempt to adhere this flat, but it's going to be a little bit of a pickle when you try to adhere it flat over this ribbon. Fortunately, the ribbon's thin, so you may be able to get it done. I'm just putting them on the outer portion here because I don't want dimensionals to be on top of the ribbon. That's not going to help adhere to my card. All right, let's go ahead and cut the ends. They looked so nice before I cut them. Now they just kind of look like they've given up on life. But that's okay. By the time it goes through the mail, it's going to probably be smashed down anyway. Okay, and then for this one, I'm going to use these pretty pink ones, the pretty pink sequins. And on this one, we're only using 3. And there's our last card. I'm hoping you can see how pretty the embossing is. It does not show well here on my monitor where I'm looking at what my camera is picking up. So let me just grab these dimensional backs off my table here, and I'll hold it up and see if that makes a difference. I think if I tilt it, you can see it. There we go. All right. So let me bring out the 3 cards that we made. Grab them from behind me here. All right. So there you have them. So your kits will include enough to make 2 of each design, plus enough envelopes for you to send them if you choose, as well as a detailed tutorial that will give you all the instructions to recreate these should you want to use that instead of coming back to reference the video or reference the information I put on my website. So you do have different options. I really like to create from a PDF. I like to read the instructions and just get down to it. So I do like to provide that for people. And then it also gives you the measurements that you can just keep in one place if you want to recreate the same designs with other paper and stamps. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me here. All of my information is in the description box below, or you can reach out to me on my other social media platforms, also in the description box below. I am taking orders for this kit class using the current host code, which you can see on the screen there where the cards are shown, until Sunday, which is September 17th. Wow, already the middle of September. And then after that date, a new class starts. So as long as you place your order, 35 or more to get the card kits free, 50 or more to get the card kits and the embellishments as a gift, as long as you place that with the current host code by the end of day Sunday, I'm in Pacific time. So as long as it's before midnight Pacific time, I send you all these gifts. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you Saturday, where I will have a new video with 3 new fun cards for my gratitude series. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day.